A very good evening to Mr. Ruben Arumugam, CEO of Inspire.my, and Mr. John Smith, Teacher Success Manager of Book Creator. Vanakkam, Selamat Datang, and welcome to all our audience. Successfully, I am Dilega Manoharan, your moderator for today's event. Successfully, we are in day 3 and the last day of Book Creator Week in Malaysia. I hope all of you will get a lot of information from Book Creator webinar in Malaysia. So without further ado, let me introduce Mr. John Smith. He is the success manager of Book Creator. He taught special education for the past 12 years. He involved in technology integration for 7 years. He was a big Book Creator user and became friends with them very early on. The relationship continued and eventually a position opened and he grabbed this opportunity. He is a book creator, ambassador, and Apple Distinguished Educator. So I would like to invite Mr. John Pate to give his presentation.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody? Well, good evening for you. Good morning for me. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Day 3 of Book Creator Week here. And this is my favorite webinar that we do. We're going to do a one book, 1 hour project. So super, super excited and very excited that all of you are here today. I am actually trying something a little different today. I'm actually in my office. Trying to do dual screen with one computer. So we're going to see how this works. I think it looks okay so far. So before we get too far into this, I do want to just introduce myself again for those of you that were not here yet. My name is John Smith. Like it was said, I am the iPod teacher on Twitter. So if you are on Twitter and you want to give me a shout out, that's great. You can do that right there. And I also have my email, johnsmith@bookcreator.com, so you can email me as well. Like it was said, I taught special ed for 12 years, technology integration for 7. I'm married. I've got 3 kids, 10, 6, and 3, and I love golf and clean cars. So I'm a certified auto detailer on the side, so I really enjoy cleaning vehicles. So I'm excited to be here with everyone today. And as I was saying earlier to Ruben, I just really enjoy this group. You guys have been, very positive and uplifting as we've been doing these webinars. Some just amazing, amazing comments and things like that. So, Salamat Petang means good evening, Ruben says. So hopefully I said that right. I have no idea. My name is John Smith, and that's not very hard to pronounce. So saying something else, hopefully I got it right. But anyway, good evening. All right, so today's the day. All right, this is going to be awesome. This is our one book, 1 hour project. And so what we're going to do is we are going to make a book together in 1 hour. All right, so it's going to be really easy. It might be a little bit different if you've never tried anything like this before, but I think you're really going to have a good time. Excuse me. So first things first, make sure that you go to app.bookcreator.com. All right, so app.bookcreator.com, and maybe I can get the moderators to put that up on the screen there. So app.bookcreator.com. And when you go to app.bookcreator.com, if you haven't done so yet, you're going to sign in as a teacher. So you want to click that teacher sign in page, and then you're going to sign in with your Google Office school email or Clever. Once you sign in and you've created your account, you're going to answer a few questions, make a library. None of that is really all that important just yet, right? You're just going to do all of those things that it asks you to do. And this is going to be a highly interactive session this morning. So I'm actually going to talk very little, and it's going to be mostly just work, okay, which is great. Thank you for putting that up on the screen. Excellent. Once you've signed in to app.bookcreator.com, you'll be brought to your library just like you have before. And I know a lot of you have already signed in and created your accounts. That's perfect. At the top left, all right, there is a 3 lines. All right, those 3 lines, I'm going to copy that real quick. Those 3 lines take you to your teacher dashboard. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, all right, there is a button that says join a library. So if you haven't joined my library yet, you're going to click on that button and you're going to enter this code. All right, and this code will get you into my library. And so then we're just going to say join library, and that's it. You're going to be in my library. All right, and that code is also on the window or on the screen. Now, when you join my library, for those of you that haven't done so yet, you'll see all of these different books. All right, if you just click the little gray arrows, it'll take you to different books inside the library. This was our book that we actually started working on yesterday. All right, so task 1, I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to show you some of the cool things that I see here in the book. Right, so you guys did an amazing job making these awesome pages in Book Creator, and I know that a lot of you had never used Book Creator before, and just look at all of the amazing pages. All right, so I was really, really impressed as I was looking at this last night. Really impressed at the work that all of you have done. So congratulations to you. So today we're going to do something very similar. All right, and it's called a 1 book 1 hour project. And so I want to give you a little bit of a background before we go too far into this, and then we're just going to jump right in and we're going to start making a book. So about, I guess it was about 4 or 5 years ago now, a friend of mine came up to me and said, hey, I'd love you to host a Twitter chat. Would you do that? And I said, yeah, sure. But I just want you to know that it's going to be different, right? I'm not going to do the traditional Twitter chat. And for those of you that are on Twitter and do Twitter chats every once in a while, you'll know, right, that Twitter chats are great. But after a while, they all start to run together, right? They all start to look the same questions, same answers from lots of different people. So things like that. And so I told him, I was like, well, I'm just going to spice it up a little bit. And he said, oh, cool. Sounds awesome. What are you going to do? And I said, I'm not going to tell you. And he just kind of looked at me and said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, I'm not going to tell you. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, what are the questions? And I said, well, I'm not going to tell you that either. And I just wanted to be a surprise. And so he was a little shocked by that, but he let me do my thing. And that very first Twitter chat about 4 or 5 years ago was our very first 1 book 1 hour project. And so it was just a lot of fun. And a lot of teachers at the end of it were super excited about the book they made. But there was an interesting side effect that happened from making a book in 1 hour with teachers. And that side effect was that the teachers said to me, they were a little bit nervous or a little stressed out, a little bit, under the pressure, right? And I said, well, wait a minute, why? And they said, well, it was a very stressful activity, fun, but stressful. But for the very first time in 20 years, I felt like a kid again. And so that was really interesting to me, right? This putting pressure on teachers to do this type of activity made them feel like kids. And I started thinking about this, and I realized that a lot of times, I don't think as teachers, we remember what it's like to be kids, right? I don't think we remember that. And so I thought it was really a fascinating discussion. And so from that day forward, I have made it my mission to go ahead and try to put a little bit of pressure on teachers to do things, to make them feel like kids, to have fun and be excited. All right. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you're in my library, awesome. If you are new to the library and you haven't completed task 1, you can certainly do that at another time. We're going to skip task 1 today since we've already done that. But if you click the little gray arrows underneath any of the books, all right, you're going to click the left arrow until you get to a book that says task 2. Now, you do not, if you don't click inside the book yet, okay, so don't click inside the book. Now, I actually forgot to change this for the school year. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is when I tell you to, you're going to get into this book. I'm going to turn on collaboration, and you will be able to find a page. All right, so there are 81 blank pages. If you need more, at the very last page, you just click the little plus button that's over to the right and just keep adding pages. But unlike task 1, that had a template for you to fill in. This one is all about you. All right. So I want to know, what are your 3 big personal goals for the school year? All right. Now, here in the States, we're going back to school. If we haven't already, it's just now starting, right? So this is the beginning of our school year. I don't know if it's the beginning of the school year for everybody there or not, but regardless, I would love to know your 3 personal goals for the school year. Now, here's the catch. All right. You can use whatever parts of Book Creator you want to do this. You could use comics. You could use any of the media options, right? You can import images. You can use your camera, the pen tool, text, make a recording of audio. It's totally up to you. It's all about your creativity. All right. So I just want you to tell me your 3 goals, however you want to do that. All right. So that would be task 2. So I'm going to turn on task 2. All right. I'm going to share and turn on collaboration, and then you will be able to get in and start working on task 2. You will have exactly 7 minutes, only 7 minutes, to complete task 2. Okay? All right, here we go. So I'm going to click the share button. I'm going to click on collaborate, and I'm going to start collaboration. Now that book is open. So if you click on that book, you can go ahead and get in there. Just remember, do not mess up the front cover page. Any other page is fine, just not the cover page. And I'm going to turn on my timer, and we're going to go 7 minutes. All right. So find a blank page. Oh, just remember not to mess up the, don't mess up the cover page. That needs to stay the same, but everybody else, you can go ahead and find a page. All right. And the 7 minutes starts now. And if you have questions, put them into the chat window, the comment boxes, and I'll be happy to answer those as we go along. But again, it's just a little bit different, a little bit of a different kind of webinar, as I'm not going to be talking as much. All right, looks like we're doing some awesome stuff here. Not sure how many people we have in our chat today, but like I said, if you need any extra books, I'm just going to go to that last page. I'll start adding some just in case. All right. Excellent. So Jeff, go ahead. You've got 7 minutes to tell me your 3 personal goals for the school year. All right. And I do see that there are a few people who have mentioned specifically slow internet and not being able to open the book. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry that that's happening right now, but I will leave this library open so you can certainly just try a little bit later, and you can get in and work on those pages. All right. Yeah, just try later and listen for now. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not going to be talking a huge amount because this is really just an interactive work time. But do the best that you can, and we'll kind of continue from there. All right. So about 5.5 minutes remaining. All right. And I love the tweets that are coming through again. Huda, hopefully I said your name correctly. Just make sure you find a blank page. That is our cover page. So we do not want to work on the cover page. So just click the arrow over here to the far right, and that will get you to a new page. And I saw a comment on Twitter that I thought was really fascinating too. It just said, can't wait to try this with my students, right? This is an activity I want to try with my students. And you know what? Absolutely. One of the things that I think that we do as teachers is we give students too long to complete certain things. One of my favorite experiences ever as a tech integrator was a teacher who gave his students like 3 weeks to make a iMovie trailer, right? And I mean, we can make an iMovie trailer in 2 minutes, right? 3 minutes. So why are we giving our kids 3 weeks to do it? So sometimes it's too much. And so I love this activity because it's just constrained into that 1 hour, but there's a lot of learning that can happen. Latifa says, can we import a personal background? Yeah, absolutely. So if you're on your page, Latifa, if you click the plus button, media, and import, you can pull in images from Google Files. So if you have something on your computer, you can click on the files and upload it, and even from your Google Drive. So if you're going to import your own image, check out Files and Drive. That will be your best option. All right, we got 3.5 minutes left, everyone. 3.5 minutes. All right, like I said, if you have any questions, keep them coming. I'm happy to answer those questions as we go along. All right, just don't forget that cover page is my cover page, so we don't want to change that. So Hudra, if you go on to another page, that would be fantastic. All right. Year 6 student, excellent. Hello, good morning. All right, excellent. All right, so again, if you're just now getting into the book, that's great. Just click on the arrows to the right until you find a page that nobody is working on. You can also click this button at the top that says, well, mine doesn't say pages right now because I'm doing a shortened screen, but yours will probably say pages. And if you click on pages, you can see all the different pages that people are working on. So I love it. I see a lot of comics being made to tell us a little bit about your 3 goals, which I think is great. All right, excellent. Predicando, I'm not 100% sure exactly what you're asking here. Can we do this on our own and then post it to our library later? I will leave this library open, so you can certainly join this library whenever you want, and then you can just answer the questions in each of those. So I think that would be the best option. Putting it elsewhere and then trying to send it to my library, it works, but it's not going to be the most easy option. So I think I would just try to work on it. Kavya says, can a student also put an emoji classroom? So yeah, great question. So a couple of options, Kavya. If I click the plus button and go to media and pen, all right, under the pen tool, there is the emoji option. And so if I click on the emojis, I can click inside here, search for emojis, and then add those to the page. That would be one option. Another option that I really enjoy, which is a little hard to see here again because I'm doing some weird dual screen stuff, is you can download the Bitmoji extension for Chrome, and you can create your actual Bitmojis. And that's what you see here on this front page. That is a Bitmoji of myself. So yes, you could certainly add emojis. You can add Bitmojis, any kind of images really that you want to add. All right, we have about 15 seconds left in task number 2. 15 seconds. All right, and stop. Awesome. All right, so that was your very first interesting thing here. Now, let's see here. Hudra, I'm going to ask you just again here real quick if we could not change the cover page. This is the cover page for our book, so if you would please not do that, that would be very much appreciated. We have 90 other pages in the book that you can certainly get to. So if you could please find a different page, that would be fantastic. All right, so here we go. If I'm going to take a quick gander here and take a look, I can see some really awesome pages being made. Ooh, I really like the way that one looked from the pages view. Expose students to different classroom situations, try different teaching, and learn, right, and apply in the lesson. So hopefully you'll find ways to apply Book Creator into those lessons, right? And as we can see, yeah, lots of, I like these very cool visuals. I love how a lot of you chose comic books. Here's one that didn't. That's awesome too. learning my students and colleagues about using Office 365, keeping my students safe from the coronavirus, yes, and spread new technologies, right? So great stuff in this book so far. So excellent, very excited about what you have so far. All right, so now it's time to move to task 3. So if you're in the book, you're just going to click this button over here. It's either an arrow, or for you, it may say something like My Books. So you're going to go back here until you get to this library screen. And once you're on the library screen, then you are going to click the arrow, the left arrow, over until you see task 3. All right, and task 3 is, I realized I just had a typo there, using the Google Map feature and the pen tool. I would love you to map out your ideal road trip. Okay, so we're going to map out our ideal road trip. All right, so here's what you're going to do. I'm going to go to a blank page, and I'm just going to give you a quick example. You're going to click the plus button, media, and import. And the very second tab is a Google Map. So you can put in a location, you can put in a map. So if I just put in, let's zoom in a little bit here. All right, we're going to zoom in a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to select, I'm going to add that map to my page, and then I can go ahead and resize it, move it around as I need to. And then what I want to do is I want to grab the pen tool. So I'm going to go to plus button, media, pen tool, and I'm going to choose, some cool color here. So I'm going to go with my rainbow inks, go to a different paintbrush here. This one's good. I'm going to start here in Ohio, and my ideal road trip is going down south through West Virginia, into North Carolina, all the way over to the coast, and driving down here until I get to South Carolina so I can go to the beach and golf. All right, so I'm going to take my map. I added some images on top. All right, so that's really cool. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete that so that I can let everybody else do this. Now, I did see a comment here. Please repeat the instructions. So you're going to make sure you're in my library first. All right, Loida. And then once you're in the library, you're going to find this book that says task 3. So you're going to click the little gray arrows until you get to task 3. And once you do, you're going to click on this book, and then you're going to be able to use the map tool and the pen tool to map out your ideal road trip. All right. Predicando says his daughter, Star, age 7, is watching. Oh my gosh, welcome, Star. You might be our youngest viewer that we've had so far on one of our webinars. So welcome, Star, and thank you for joining. I really, really appreciate that. All right. So, and then Jesse, how about video clips? Yes, you can certainly add video clips as well. So if you click the plus button, media, import, you can pull in files from your computer or drive. All right. And those files from your computer or drive, you can pull in videos. Okay. All right. Excellent. So I'm going to back out of task 3 here. I'm going to click collaboration and start collaboration. All right. And so now everyone can get in to task number 3 and get started. And I'm going to give you, we're going to go 5 minutes this time. All right. To add your map and tell us your ideal road trip. Okay. All right. Everybody pop on in there. Again, just remember, leave the cover page alone and find your own blank page. All right. And again, I am here if you have any questions. All right. Yeah, super cool, Predicando, and having your child with you. I think that's really awesome. I can't wait to hear about some of the really cool things that Star ends up making. She's jumping around every time you shout her name. That's awesome. All right. So again, remember, once you're inside the book of task 3, you're just going to click the arrow over until you find a blank page. Ooh, I see some of our winners in here. Excellent. Yes. Loving it. And if you want, if you need to, you could even use a text box so that you can explain maybe a little bit more about what your summer road trip, your ideal summer road trip would be, or your ideal road trip, I should say. All right, let's take a look here what we've got. Yeah, Jesse, me too. I hope everything works out better for the internet for you. Like I said, I'll leave this book open, this library open for a couple of days so that everybody can, get in there and finish up their books if you need to. All right, excellent. I love everybody's maps here. All right, excellent work. All right, got about a minute and a half to finish up on task number 3. All right, excellent. All right, cool. All right, about 1 more minute, and then we are going to move on to task number 4. All right, about 20 seconds. We need. Hi, Jojo. All right, so now we're going to click that back arrow up to the top left, or the button that says My Books. We're going to go back to the library. Underneath the book, you're going to click on that gray arrow to the left, and you're going to go to task number 4. All right, and task number 4, definitely one of my favorites. All right, and so all you have to do is take a picture of something funny, right? Something that makes you laugh. No words are necessary at all for this one. I just need a photo. So something that makes you laugh. All right, so I'm going to back out of the book. Underneath the book, I'm going to click the share button. I'm going to turn on collaboration, start collaboration now, and you may go ahead and get into task number 4. And again, I just want you to add a photo or take a photo of something that makes you laugh. All right, you're just going to put that onto a blank page. No extra words, nothing extra, just the photo itself. All right, so just a reminder, leave the cover page alone, but add any image or photo that you have that makes you laugh. All right. Momtaj, need book creator manual for practicing. So Momtaj, I do want to show something to you here. So as everybody's adding this, oh, by the way, I'm going to give you, we'll give you about 4 minutes for this one. Let me turn on my timer here. This one's a easy one, so we'll give you just a short amount of time. But if you are new to Book Creator, right, and you need a Book Creator manual for practicing, up to the top left, if you click on the 3 lines, this will take you to your teacher dashboard. And Momtaj, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, first of all. If I'm not, my apologies. But when you go to your teacher dashboard, there is a section here that says Learn. All right, if you click on Learn, there are some articles here that will help you out if you get stuck, right? There's some getting started articles, how to create books, how to do things. But then underneath that is our new certified authors course. And if you click on this, then a new tab will appear called certification. All right. What's really cool about this is that in this certification tab, you will be given 14 videos to watch, followed by a quiz. And if you do those 14 videos and take the quiz, you will become a Book Creator certified author. All right. And once you've done that, you'll have a really deep understanding of how to use Book Creator. All right. So same thing with Emma. So if you are really, really stuck at using Book Creator, then like I said, definitely this Learn tab will be helpful. And you can also attend other webinars. So we do some getting started Book Creator webinars, lots of different things. So if you want to go to bookcreator.com/webinars, you can certainly go there as well. And those webinars will help you. And as well, we also have our YouTube channel. And if you want to watch on Tuesday, I guess it was, we did a Getting Started Book Creator webinar here, right, for Book Creator Week. So you can definitely go back and look at the video that we did on Tuesday as well, and that will help you out. All right, let me start clicking through here. Let me look at some of these photos. Mr. Bean. Yes. Bonus points, Chang, for putting in Mr. Bean. I love it. Let's see what else we've got here. Just anything that makes us laugh. Oh my gosh, Mr. Bean. That's another Mr. Bean. A lot of Mr. Beans. I love it. Oh, that is a fun. I love the frog. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Who would have thought that Mr. Bean would have been the star of the webinar today? I like this one too. Oh my gosh, these are great. Excellent work. Yes, just keep adding those photos in there that make you laugh. You have 1 minute remaining. Oh, Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean. Is Mr. Bean even still around? I haven't watched a Mr. Bean show in years. All right. Yes, Angel, yes, watching sessions 1, 2, and 3 over again to get good at Book Creator. Absolutely, that certainly isn't going to hurt you. But yeah, definitely practice, right? Takes a little bit of getting used to, but in the grand scheme of things, Book Creator is very, very easy. All right, and one of the things that's one of the things I like most about Book Creator is that anybody can use it. Any student from kindergarten all the way on up, any adult, anybody can use Book Creator. Just got to take a little bit of time to learn it. All right, excellent. All right, we've got about 2 seconds, so our time is up. All right, now we are going to move on to task number 5. So again, if you're in the book, click this left arrow or My Books at the top left. And then you're going to go to the bottom and click on the gray arrow to the left. And you're going to click on task 5 once I actually turn it on for collaboration. All right, so task number 5. What is your favorite activity to enjoy with friends and family? All right. What is your favorite activity to do or enjoy with friends and family? So I'm going to click the share button. I'm going to click collaborate again. I'm going to turn on collaboration. And now everybody can get into task number 5, and you can start working on this task. Okay, again, this one is open-ended. So however you are interested in answering the questions, you can certainly do that. So whether maybe it's a video, maybe it's an audio button. My apologies for the noise. Maybe it's a a drawing, whatever. Right? It's totally up to you. But talk about your favorite activity to enjoy with friends and family. All right, we're going to give you 5 minutes to work on this one, starting now. Mr. Bean is still on. Yes. All right, Kamaria. Hopefully I said that right. Maybe it's Kamaraya. How do you get the URL? How do I get to, or what URL link to get to the Book Creator Certified Author? So great question. So if you're in a Book Creator, right? So once you've logged into your Book Creator account, up at the top left, there are these 3 black lines. And if you click on those, this will take you to your teacher dashboard, and you're going to click on the tab at the top that says Learn. And once you click on the Learn tab, if you scroll down a little bit, there is a button that says View Course, and you're going to click on that View Course, and that is going to help you get to the Certified Authors course, and you'll see all the videos and everything that you need to see right there. All right. All right, let's take a look here again. Let's go to a different page other than the cover page and take a look at what we got. Ooh, that looks, I don't know where this is, but this looks way nicer than Ohio. All right, so I would like to be right there, not where I'm at right now. So that would be really beautiful. Ooh, awesome. Looks like we got some picnics. All right, let's see what else we have showing up here. Maybe some dancing. Awesome. I will say too, every once in a while, right? I like to throw in a template. All right. So, Hudra, if you could take these text boxes, please, and we'll move those to a different page of the book, other than the cover page. The cover page needs to be just the stuff that I have on there. So when we put the book together later, I don't have extraneous things on that page. All right, so. Oh, you're welcome. Excellent. All right, about 2 minutes remaining. All right. And again, those of you that are on the cover page there, if you could please just take that, leave the cover page there for me. And then you can go to another page in the book just by clicking the arrow over here to the right. So, Hussein, if you could go to a different page. This is the cover page. And again, my apologies for any of that little extraneous noise going on. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love the comments coming through here. Hopefully you're having a good time and you're able to think about ways you might be able to do an activity like this with your students. But what I was going to say, now I remember what I was going to say, is I love the open-ended aspect of this type of activity. I am not a fan of, every once in a while, I will do a like a template, right? Like I did with task number 1, where everybody fills in the same kind of thing. But most of the time, I just like letting it open-ended, right? I don't like having it all the same. So this way, when I look through the book, I see 50, 60 different things, but not the same thing. All right, so Luliana and Buzain, if you could not work on the cover page, take your text and add it to a different page, that would be great. So all you have to do is click the arrows, Luliana and Buzain, move to a different page, and then you can add your information to a different page. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these things so that we can have our cover page left alone. All right, so again, all right, and we are going to stop here. All right, and we are going to move on to task number 6. Now, I do see a couple of extra books in our library. And if you have those extra books in the library, I will be deleting those extra books here in the next day or so. So if there are books that you desperately need to have, make sure that you keep them and put them into your own library. All right, so task number 6. It's summertime, right? And time for cookouts. At least, I love cookouts. But instead of what is your favorite summer food, we could just say, what is your favorite food? All right, so like, what is your favorite food? Let's just get rid of all of this beginning section right here. What is your favorite food and why? All right, so tell us what your favorite food is and why. All right, so I'm going to click the share button, and I'm going to click collaborate, and I'm going to start collaboration. And again, just remember, please don't write anything on the cover page. Go ahead and find plenty of pages. There's about 60 or 70 pages at the end that you can go ahead and add to. So no need to work on the cover page. All right, and I do have a question here from Julie. Can I add pictures from Messenger? And if so, how? So great question. I am going to be honest. I do not do Facebook or Facebook Messenger. But I would assume that once you have a picture that you're looking at, you can probably save that picture somehow to your computer. So you're going to take that from Messenger, drag it to your computer, or maybe download it to your computer. And once it's there, Julie, all you have to do is just drag it straight on to your page. I'm sorry. Oh, yep. Come on in.
And do you want me to let you know when I am in the master bedroom?
All right, so Luliana, again, if you could just write the stuff on a different page. We don't want anybody on the cover page. All right, excellent. Seeing lots of really yummy looking foods here. Big fan of this birthday cake. That looks amazing. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, pasta. Yeah, pasta sounds good right about now. I could go for some pasta. All right, so again, what is your favorite food? So Azreen and Luliana, please just remember, if you go to your own page, you can make your own stuff anywhere in that book. About, like I said, about 50 or 60 pages of blank pages. So you got lots of room to go in there and check it out. Jesse, thank you so much. That really, that means a lot to me. I appreciate those comments a lot. All right. And you know what? I think I forgot to actually start the timer. So we're going to give you, let's go with 1 more minute here. Go 1 more minute, and then we're going to get to our final task of the morning, or evening, as I should say. All right. Lots of yummy looking food here. Ooh, that looks like a barbecue. I'm in, Julie. That looks fantastic. Love it. I could go for some barbecue food right now. Ooh, what is this? Oh, that looks yummy too. Yep, delicious. Now, some of these, you're going to have to let me know maybe in a text box or something what they are, because some of them I'm not sure what they are, but they look fantastic. Absolutely love it. All right, excellent. Shobita, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. All right, so that was task number 6. Okay, excellent. Now, again, if you're in the book, just click on the arrow or the button that says My Books. And KFC looks fantastic, but I am going to have to delete that and move it to, if you could, delete that and move it to your own page. That would be fantastic. We don't want to have anything on the cover page. All right, excellent. We're going to back out of the book. We're going to go into task number 7 now. Oh, see something on task 5. We're going to delete that. All right, again, not on the cover page. All right, task number 7. Now that you've learned Book Creator, how will you use it in your classroom this year? All right, so how are you going to use Book Creator in your classroom? So now I get to hear all of the amazing ideas that you're developing after watching the series of webinars. All right, so we're going to give you about 5 minutes again for this one. So we're going to turn on collaboration. All right, and again, everybody can go ahead and start joining this book. Just remember, please do not write on the cover page, as that is my section and our cover page for our book when we put it all together. All right, so go ahead and start task number 7, and it'll give you 5 minutes to work on that. So Loida, I'm going to leave this library open for a couple of days after this webinar is over. That way you can join and continue finishing your tasks if you need to. Now, I'm going to back out of this book here for a second, and I did notice that I see quite a few people making their own books inside my library, and that's fine for right now, but just be cautious, because in the next day or two, I will delete all of these extra books. Okay, so you don't want to make your own books. You actually want to just add information to the books that we have here. Okay, so again, task number 7. Now that you've learned Book Creator, how will you use it in your classroom? All right. You and Buzain, just remember to add your information to your own page, not to the cover page there. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And just remember, please, to hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Just find a different page to work on, just not the cover page. All right. Excellent, everyone. So you've got about 2 minutes remaining to finish task number 7. All right. Everybody is doing excellent work. Super excited to see what we've got. Ooh, student portfolios. I like that idea. Creating their own stories. Fantastic. Ooh, yep. Teamwork and collaboration. That's always a good thing. Love it. Cooperative work between students. Presentation of lessons and some assignments. Yes, absolutely. You could certainly use Book Creator for that. Struggling readers to read. Yes, I love it. Very good ideas. Making an album with my students. Sweet memories. Yes, excellent. That's a cool idea as well. Accounting class. Collaboration. Use it as a presentation tool. Yep, put it in Google Classroom. You can certainly do that. All right. Very cool. Yes, so many options, so many ideas. I love for remote learning. Yes, absolutely. We've used teachers around the world are using Book Creator for remote learning just because it's easy to use, right? And students are able to get in there and start making books right away. Excellent. Well, that, folks, is the end of our time, and you did it. You completed all 7 tasks, and you were able to make a book together with me. Now, I'm not going to do it quite yet because I know there are a few people who would like to continue editing their books, but I do want to show you what I would do to then to then put this book together. All right. So now that we have all of these individual tasks in the book, in my library, underneath a book, I'm going to click this book icon, these 3 books. And then there's a book that says, or a button that says combine books. All right. And so when I click combine books, I can see all of the different books, and I'm just going to click on them in order, right? So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I say combine, right? Or hit next. And what it's going to do is and I'm not going to do it just yet because we're not quite done with it. But when I click on that combine button, it's going to take all of those pages and it's going to suck them in together, all of those books, and suck them into one big book. All right, which is really awesome. Oh, I love 37. Ask them to write a book about their dreams. Yes, love it. So once that book is all together, it's just one giant book, and then I can publish that book out there. So I'll click the share button, publish online, and then anybody with that link is able to view that book. So again, I'll give you the rest of today and Friday to continue working on any of the pages that you may have, and then I'm going to combine the books and publish them all, publish them online. And I'll make sure I tag Book Creator Week and Ruben, and that way everybody can see the finalized book when it's all said and done. So again, I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to learn with me this week, and I can't wait to see some of the amazing things that everybody gets a chance to make. And so definitely excited about this. And then one last quick reminder, there are quite a few individual books inside of my library. So please, if you could, either delete those books when you're done or move them to your own library. That would be fantastic, because after a couple of days, I'm going to go ahead and delete these anyway. And I appreciate the comments. So much information and ideas. Thank you, Predicando. And say hi again one more time to Star. I'm so excited that she joined us today. But anyway, I just want to say thank you. And Ruben and your team, thank you as well for allowing me to do this.
Thank you, Mr. John Smith, for the great explanation about the Book Creator app. So hopefully the educators able to log in and get free access to use the books and engage their students in their teaching and learning process. And most importantly, we want to encourage the students to be a good reader. Hopefully, the students can read more books and also become a great creator. I would say that this is an amazing feature in this book creator app, and your explanation was great. I'm sure that educators able to understand everything about book creator. We are in the post-COVID-19 stage, so some of us will be misusing this book creator app. I think it's not too late. We can still use it in the school and classroom as well. It was a very good app to use in the classroom, and hopefully all of you able to practice this book creator app according to Mr. John's explanation. And then, if there is any no question, I would like to give an announcement for the audience. Hope you had a fruitful session with us today. Now it's time for you to share with us about what you have learned from today's webinar. Do write and share with us a few lines about the benefits and importance of using Book Creator to you. Don't forget to attach your selfies together with Mr. John Smith, plus any screenshots that you have taken while participating with us today. You may post it on Twitter and Facebook with the following hashtags: hashtag Book Creator Week, hashtag Book Creator Community, hashtag Inspire My, and at the iPod Teacher. The links is appearing on the screen now, so you can have a look on that. And then at the same time, for those who are attending our webinar, don't forget to fill in the attendance form. A gentle reminder for all of you, please fill in the forms correctly, especially check your spelling, uppercase and lower cases in your name. For those who are Malaysians, you have to check your IC number and check your email address correctly. So do not forget to share the experience to us, and then um, we would like to tell you that the forms, the attendance form, only opens for an hour after this session. So kindly please key in and fill up the form right away after this session. So it is very important. It only opens for an hour. Okay, and then please attach your okay, and then we had some complaint that some of you didn't get the certificates. Actually, we got to know that the certificates gone into your spam folder in your email. So please check your spam folder in your email. Okay, and then uh, we are waiting for to see you again, and then finally it's a wrap up for Book Creative Week in Malaysia, and wait for our next webinar from our team, Inspire My. Okay, and then thanks again for Mr. John Smith for your great explanation, and it's a wonderful week, which is Book Creative Week in Malaysia. Hope to see you soon.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate the comments. Sorry for the noise, but I do appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. Ruben, thanks. I know you're still there in the background somewhere. All right. Well, I need to head on out of here. So thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it.